So I've been having some major issues finding and even just connecting to high-speed internet. So hopefully you'll be able to see this earlier in August, but I'm afraid it might take me almost a week to get this video out to you guys. But anyway, let me show you my progress so far. It's like the first, week and a half into August, but this will be my 7-month update for the Pan That Palette challenge. I'm going to start off with my Urban Decay Naked palette, and since we moved and it's been crazy and busy and nuts, there's not a ton of progress. There'll be a little bit, but not a ton of progress. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and insert last month's progress update for the Urban Decay Naked palette right now. And this is what my palette looks like after 6 months of using it. And this is what my palette looks like after using it for 7 months. So, I wish I had pan and everything in here, but I have had a hard time even wanting to apply some eyeshadow on my face, let alone a full face of makeup to film or to just wear out somewhere. So the fact that I have any progress on this is a plus. If you're wondering about anything on my face right now, I did just film a makeup of the week get ready with me video that I'll include in the description box as soon as that one goes live. This video might go up before that one just because this has more time sensitive, it's just a more time sensitive video. So anyway, there's larger pans in some of them. I know that I've been using a little bit more of Virgin, tiny bit of Sin. I know that I've made a little bit more effort. The pan probably doesn't show very much larger differences, but I know these first 4 right here, the pan in Buck is just slightly larger. I did use Half Baked a handful of times. This green one, I did use this one twice, so I do know that that one is just the tiniest little bit bigger. No pan on Smog yet. Still just that little fleck in Dark Horse right there. I did try to use Toasted a smidgen, but I didn't use Hustle at all just because I feel like that's as much pan as I want to get out of Hustle. I'm not going to focus more attention on that dark shade right there. I definitely want Dark Horse to look similar to Hustle, but like I said initially at the beginning of the year, I have no intentions of finishing off Dark Horse or Hustle, so we'll just see how far I can get with Creep. I didn't want to finish off Half Baked either, but I've found that golds aren't nearly that bad. I did use Creep a couple times. I'm not sure the pan looks any different, but I'll have to see when I compare last month to this month. But I did use it a couple times just to smudge along the upper lash line, because with my lashes feeling longer, I feel like I don't have to, put as thick of a dark liner up there. I do like my eyes dark, like my lashes super dark, my liner super dark, but I don't feel like I need to do that as much when my eyelashes are a little bit longer. So anyway, I really don't think there's that much of a change in this custom shadow down here that I made, but this one I know that there's a tiny bit of a difference on that, guys. So that was the Naked palette. Hopefully by the next update I could have pan on everything in here. That would be super awesome. So I will go ahead and include some previous videos or maybe just the playlist for this year's Pan That palette down in the description box for you guys in case you've missed a couple of the videos. I'm going to move on to my Urban Decay Feminine palette now. I feel like there's just a touch more progress, or maybe it's just because it's a smaller palette, there's less shadows, maybe you can see it a little bit better. But anyway, I will go ahead and insert last month's progress on the Urban Decay Feminine palette right now. And this is what my palette looks like after using it for 6 months. And this is what my feminine palette looks like after 7 months of use. So really not much change at this one either, but I did repress Bordello. It's pretty thin. I would say this one should take no time at all, and I could probably have pan on it. I was thinking about dabbing a little bit of it just right at the center of my eyelid, and actually, let's just toss a little on. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the rest of my eye look, but I think I could just dab a little bit right in that center region, and it would look just fine. So, I mean, I can find little ways like this to incorporate that shadow into my eye looks. Put a little bit over here too. But like I was saying, if you wanted to see how I had this look originally, I'll include it down in the description box or in the cards as soon as that goes live. Back to this palette, like I was saying, this is pretty thin in the pan there. I really don't think it'll take much to finish it off at all. I haven't really been using Skimp. If I'm going to reach for something, I've been using Virgin out of the Naked palette. I think I might have used Skimp like, I don't know, 2 times or something. I did hit the side pan on AC/DC, which is kind of cool. So I will probably repress this one because once they're repressed, they're a lot easier to pick up evenly on a shadow brush, and a lot easier to just move through instead of trying to dig your brush into the side and get an even amount on a brush when there's only that little bit in the corner and the edges and stuff. So I'll probably end up repressing AC/DC this time around. So for the next video, you'll be able to see that repressed. I did use Hijack like twice, I think, because I did mix it with the gold from the Urban Decay Naked palette because I really like that combo together. I just don't use it very frequently. And then, like I said initially at the very beginning of this challenge, you're never going to see progress on this gunmetal because it is a duplicate from the original Naked palette that I am panning. And then there is that little teeny fleck in Lost. I used it twice just to deepen up like an outer corner, and it had pan in there. So that was pretty awesome. I was excited about that. I didn't really want to share it on like Instagram or anything because I really don't have much progress, I don't feel like, over the month of August so far, so I didn't want to share that and ruin that, but I was pretty pleased with, you know, hitting pan on that one at least. So everything in this palette, even though I did have to repress Bordello, everything in this palette does have pan on it aside from the duplicate shadow, so I'm very happy about that as of this point. We're just over the halfway mark, so I think that I'll probably be able to finish off the 5 shadows in this one. I'm not sure about this one, but at the end of the year, this one's so old it's going to be tossed regardless, so I'm just trying to get as much use out of it as I can before the end of the year. So anyway, that was my 7-month update for Pan That Palette. I know it's going up late, hopefully not too late, but I will have my 8-month update video going up on time, fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll still have access to some high-speed internet. So anyway, that was it. I really do appreciate your guys' patience and watching today, so I will see you in the next one. Bye.